रियल रियल फ्रुटबाट बनेको रियल जुसमा छ रियल न्युट्रिसन, रियल टेस्ट र रियल ह्याप्पिनेस। त्यसैले त रियल जुस रियल हो नि।
कान्तिपुर र काठमाडौँ पोस्टको पनि वार्षिक ग्राहक खोलो पोल्टो भाग्यको। भाग्य खुल्छ, जितिन्छ इन्फ्रारेड उपहार, बम्परमा कार्ड, मस्त हुन्छ लाइफ। कान्तिपुरले ल्यायो सब्सक्राइब एन्ड ड्राइभ नामी। प्रस्तुत छ कान्तिपुर सब्सक्राइब एन्ड ड्राइभ नामी। कान्तिपुर राष्ट्रिय दैनिक वा द काठमाडौँ पोस्टको वार्षिक ग्राहक बनी पाउनुहोस्। दैनिक उपहार, इन्फ्रारेड स्टोभ, हरेक 2 हप्तामा फ्रिज, हरेक महिना वाशिङ मसिन र बम्पर उपहारमा एक भाग्यशाली विजेताले जित्न सक्नुहुनेछ नामीको इभी कार। साथै स्क्रैच कार्डमा 200 देखि 3400 सम्मको क्याशब्याक वा QFX सिनेमाजको टिकट जित्ने मौका र अरु स्योर सर्ट प्राइजहरू। अब चढ्ने होइन त? कान्तिपुर सब्सक्राइब एन्ड ड्राइभ क्याम्पेनमा आजै सहभागी बन्नुहोस्। थप जानकारीका लागि कान्तिपुर ग्राहक योजनाको फेसबुक पेज, टोल फ्री नम्बर 16601222222 NTC वा 98015 72222 एनसेलमा सम्पर्क गर्नुहोस् वा 34001 मा सब स्पेस नाम लेखी SMS गर्नुहोस्।
Proton E-Mass 7 Intelligence that electrifies. Real जमघट जहाँ रियल पार्टी प्याक त्यहाँ नेपालमै सबैभन्दा रुचाइएको चामल। ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रोज्ने। नयाँ गुड नाइट फ्ल्याश अरु लिक्विड वेपोराइजर भन्दा 2 गुणा बढी प्रभावशाली।
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
Good evening, I am April Singh Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Delegations and high-level representatives address climate risk and calls for justice at Sagarmatha Sambad. Prime Minister Oli urges global attention on Nepal's mountains and environment. Storm claims 4 lives and injuries, 3 in Nawalparasi, Kapilvastu and Kailali. Heavy rain and strong winds disrupt flights and block roads across several parts of Nepal. Ukraine and Russia hold first face-to-face peace talks after 3 years in Istanbul. Agree to exchange 1,000 prisoners of war each. And Nepal falls 2-1 to Bangladesh in SAF Under-19 semi-final. Nepal exits the game after missed chances against the defending champions.
Quality सँगै समयमै डेलिभरीको मामलामा पनि no compromise. Sibam Cement.
KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
तपाईको छोरीको चोइस गजब बेदाग छ मेरो छोरो जस्तो मेरो गोदरेज फैब लिक्विड डिटर्जेन्ट
कपडाको गर्छ गजबको धुलाइ 1 लिटरको मात्र रु 250।
Stylish Heroes Zoo. Yisco looks my hook.
Lakshmi Steel, Nepal के guaranteed #1 quality.
यो डाक्टर नवीन को सधैँ नयाँ चमकदार देखिने घर जसको सबै छिमेकीले गुनासो मात्रै गर्छ। कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर घाँटी बाङ्गिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चाम।
छोरा जन्मिदा घरमा एशियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो।
यसमा भएको UV हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा। घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष। हुलास भए अरु किन खोज्ने?
क्वालिटी सँगै समयमै डेलिभरीको मामलामा पनि no compromise. Sibam Cement.
Welcome back. The Sagarmatha Samvad kicked off in Kathmandu, focusing on climate change, its risks and the issue of justice. Speaking on behalf of the government of Nepal, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli called on the global community to take concrete steps to protect the Himalayas. Delegates, including both national and international experts, stressed the need for governments to act seriously on reducing climate impacts. The dialogue will continue through Sunday, featuring 9 discussion sessions across 4 key themes. The Sagarmatha Samvad officially kicked off in Kathmandu, with global leaders emphasizing the need for international cooperation to address the impacts of climate change, particularly in vulnerable countries like Nepal. Speaking at the inaugural session, COP29 President Mukhtar Babayev highlighted climate change as a global crisis requiring urgent financial support and technology transfer. He urged the global community to recognize the fragile state of mountain ecosystems, including Mount Everest, and the broader Himalayan economy. Babayev called on high-emission countries to fulfill their commitments under the Baku to Belem roadmap during the upcoming COP30 summit, stressing the need to deliver on the pledged $1.3 trillion made during the COP summit in Baku, Azerbaijan.
We invite everyone to join the declaration and the dialogue. We will hold a preliminary meeting in Bonn this June before the first meeting of the dialogue platform at COP30 in Belem. We look forward to seeing you all there. Next, finance was at the center of the COP29 presidency's vision to enable action. We brought stakeholders together to mobilize money for mountain communities.
India's Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Bhupender Yadav, also addressed the session, saying that climate change has intensified environmental challenges and the collective action is essential to mitigate its impacts.
India, under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, is deeply committed to contributing to climate action with the urgency it demands, despite our minimal role for the crisis it faces. Our nationally determined contribution under the Paris Agreement and our National Action Plan on Climate, we are testament to our resolve.
The Vice Chairperson of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress of China, Xiao Ji, stressed the importance of regional cooperation and coordination to tackle climate change. He emphasized the need for joint programs and commitments to protect the Hindu Kush Himalayan region.
Our mountains are closely tied to our future. In the face of the stark reality that the Hindu Kush Karakoram Himalaya mountain range is projected to lose half of its glacier by 2100, and amid a certain country's unilateralist moves to willfully withdraw from treaties and organizations.
Following the global leaders' remarks, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli declared that Nepal has initiated Sagarmatha Samvad as a global platform for climate discourse. He said that protecting the Himalayas means protecting the planet, oceans, and ultimately humanity. The Prime Minister urged the world to pay attention to the environmental importance of Nepal's mountains and hills.
The decisions of a few can save the destiny of many. It is within this deeply interconnected reality that the Sagarmatha Samvad was born. A space for honest dialogue, for shared wisdom, for collective action. We have named it after Sagarmatha, the highest point on earth. And we hope this Samvad, our dialogue, will rise just as high.
As per our reporter Bikas Acharya, the Sagarmatha dialogue will continue with the aim of elevating voices from climate-vulnerable nations and pushing for global climate justice and action. Now, the Executive Director of Fund for Responding to Loss and Damage expressed his delight at being part of the Sagarmatha Samvad here in Kathmandu, highlighting the importance in addressing pressuring global climate issues. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
In most cases where you got losses and damages related to climate change, It affects the capacities of the government to respond. It affects the most vulnerable people. It also affects the infrastructures and so many areas. So the fund is really entirely dedicated to making sure we provide the response in a timely manner and making sure that no one is left behind, and that's what the fund is all about. A decision was made to operationalize the fund as quickly as possible because of the sense of urgency. Now, it's remarkable within a year what we were able to achieve, particularly from a governance point of view. Number one, we've decided to select Philippines to be the host of our board, so giving the fund a home and the board a home. Second commitment that was made is for the World Bank to host the secretariat of the fund, at least for the first 4 years. That's already been done. We've also decided at the time to continue working toward actually more pledges to the fund. As of today, we have about 27 countries that pledged to the fund, up to $766 million, and over $300 million have already been received from different contributors. It is our way to making sure that the support that we provide are tailor-made in supporting actually the countries. So again, the fund recognizes from Nepal to Barbados to Africa, the challenges are not the same, but ultimately, we also want to make sure at least we provide the support that's actually needed. Now, let me also recognize we're not the only players when it comes to climate financing, sorry. There are other funds that are also supporting Nepal. So our intention, through complementarity and coordination, we would like to join forces in making sure we can provide the support that the country needs, and that's why coordination is extremely critical in supporting the most vulnerable countries, and Nepal included. Well, first of all, I'm delighted to be in Nepal for the first time. I found people extremely kind and generous and welcoming since I've been here, and that is why I'm delighted I'm here not only for the dialogue, but also to visit the country for the first time.
In our Public Voice segment, we have asked in several provinces what key messages should Nepal deliver to the international community through Sagarmatha Sambad to strengthen climate action. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
हिमाल रहन्छ तब मात्र समुद्र रहन्छ र जलचक्र रहन्छ जलवायु परिवर्तन स्थिर रहन्छ भन्ने मेरो भनाइ छ त्यसकारण हिमालहरूको संरक्षणमा विश्व जगतले नै ध्यान दिनुपर्दछ
र जलवायु परिवर्तनको नेपालको समस्यालाई पनि विश्वकै एउटा साझा समस्याको रूपमा लिएर यसलाई समाधानमा लैजानुपर्छ
अतिवृष्टि अनावृष्टि र हिमालहरू पग्लिएको अवस्था छ यसको इस्युहरू विश्वव्यापी हुनुपर्छ र हामीले त्यसको क्षतिपूर्ति बापत हामीले जलवायुमा कुनै त्यति ठुलो असर पर्ने कार्यहरू गरेको छैन त्यसको क्षतिपूर्ति बापत नेपालले पाउनुपर्छ र यो विश्वव्यापीकरण हुनुपर्छ
बिरुवाहरू रोप्न पर्यो अब हात हतियारहरू चलाउनु भएन अनि अब पर्यटकलाई आकर्षण गर्नको लागि अब यो धुवा धुलो धेरै हुनु भएन ठुला भट्टीहरूबाट निस्किने तापक्रमहरूलाई न्यूनीकरण गर्नको लागि न्यूनीकरण गर्नै पर्छ
विकसित मुलुकहरूले संसारको हरितकरण गर्न र जलवायु परिवर्तनका लागि विशेष अनुदान दिई यो प्रदूषण घटाउन उहाँहरूको योगदान हुनैपर्छ उनीहरूले चाहिँ अल्प विकसित मुलुकहरूलाई अनुदान दिनुपर्छ
विकसित राष्ट्रहरूले जसले बढी कार्बन उत्सर्जन गरिराखेका छ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ नेपाललाई त्यो बराबरको चाहिँ के आर्थिक सहयोग गर्नुपर्छ
नेपालले अब ठुला राष्ट्रहरूबाट दया माया हैन कि न्याय र क्षतिपूर्ति पाउनुपर्छ
ग्यास चाहिँ बढी भर्दिनु भएको छ हाम्रो चाहिँ यो बोट बिरुवाहरूले चाहिँ अक्सिजन प्राप्त गरेको छ त्यो अक्सिजन प्राप्त गरेको अक्सिजनलाई उहाँहरूले सकेसम्म किनेर लैजानु पर्छ
जनताहरूलाई चाहिँ यो कुराहरू चाहिँ पुग्न पर्यो
Heavy rain accompanied by powerful windstorms has caused loss of life and property across several parts of Nepal. At least 4 people have died and 3 others have been injured in incidents reported from Nawalparasi, Kapilvastu and Kailali districts. The storms have also disrupted daily life in various regions, including the Kathmandu Valley. Flights were affected at Kathmandu and Bhairava airports, with several flights delayed due to the strong winds. In Nawalparasi, 2 people were killed and 3 others injured when a large tree collapsed on a roadside shelter during the storm. The victims, Mira Bayambu and Durga Bahadur Pun, were taking refuge from the wind when the tree fell on them. The injured are being treated at Devdaha Medical College in Rupandehi, according to the District Police Office, Nawalparasi. The east-west highway section at Dauni in Nawalparasi was also obstructed due to slippery road conditions caused by the rain. DSP Madhu Nepal from Nawalparasi confirmed that vehicles from currently being held at Dumkibas in the east and Bardakhat in the west. In Kapilvastu, Sukna Kewat of Manihawa was injured after a falling tree branch struck her. She died while being taken to the hospital, according to District Police spokesperson DSP Monmahani Adhikari. Similarly, in Sukhad, Goragodi municipality of Kailali, Karna Bahadur died after being crushed by a falling sal tree near his home. He passed away during treatment at a hospital in Thangari. The windstorm and rain have not only affected transportation and mobility, but have also caused damage to vegetable and fruit crops in various regions. It is time now for a short break. We have more news coming up.
क्वालिटी सँगै समयमै डेलिभरीको मामलामा पनि नो कम्प्रोमाइज शिवम सिमेन्ट.
KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
Everest Pugyo! So what's next? Everest Pugyo, Nepal Pugyo.
Pugyo? This was just one. धौलागिरी मौसमसँगै बदलिरहन्छ. मकालु जति नै तयारी गरे पनि कम पर्छ.
कञ्चनजङ्घाको बारेमा सुनेको छ. तिम्रो स्ट्रेन्थ मात्र होइन, स्पिरिटलाई पनि च्यालेन्ज दिन्छ. हिम्मत छ भने there is lot more in Nepal to test it.
This sounds really scary.
त्यसैले यो लिउ हिम्मत स्क्यान गरेर एक्सप्लोर गर माउन्टेन ड्यू पिक्स अफ करेज, जहाँ हामीले नेपालको कम पपुलर पिक्सको हाइटबाट होइन डिफिकल्टीको हिसाबले स्कोर गरेका छौं.
Why did I decide to do this?
डरको अगाडि जित छ. डिस्कभर गरौँ Nepal's mighty peaks of courage. Log on to mdpeaksofcourage.com now.
मेरो शहर यस्तो हुन्छ, मेरो घर यस्तो हुन्छ, अनि त्यो घरको बिहान यस्तो हुन्छ. यस्तै परिकल्पनालाई सम्भव तुल्याउन शिवम हाउसिङ प्रस्तुत गर्दछ हरिहर कोलोनी सामुदायिक आवास परियोजना.
हाम्रो टिकटक एकाउन्टलाई फ्यामिली पेयरिङद्वारा जोडेर सहजै ढुक्क हुन सक्छु कि टिकटकमा मेरा छोराछोरीहरूले हेर्ने कुरा सुरक्षित र उमेर सुहाउँदो छ. ठ्याक्कै हाम्रो फ्यामिली मुभी नाइट जस्तै. टिकटक फ्यामिली पेयरिङ.
KNP Nerolac Healthy Home Paints from Japan.
मेरो छाला फुस्रो लागिरहेछ. के मैले साबुनले अनुहार धुने हो र? नेभर एभर, किनकि यसले मेरो छालालाई सुक्खा बनाउँछ. मेरो उपाय हो जोय पपाया फेस वाश, जसमा छ मेवाको सद्गुण, जसले मेरो छालाको राम्रो हेरचाह गर्नुको साथै दाग र कालोपन हटाउँछ. जोय पपाया फेस वाश, दाग रहित छाला र कोमल सफाइको लागि. Joy, beautiful by nature.
हुलास भए अरु किन खोज्ने?
क्वालिटी सँगै समयमै डेलिभरीको मामलामा पनि नो कम्प्रोमाइज शिवम सिमेन्ट.
Welcome back. It is time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse, brought to you by Global College of Management, the first choice for +2 management. Banishwar, Kathmandu. Global School of Science, an exclusive center of +2 science. Banishwar, Kathmandu.
But before that, let's take a look at yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you what's your take on the Prime Minister's statement that those who destabilize the country are neither recognizable by face nor by form. 20% voted for A, correct. 66% voted for B, exaggerated. 11% voted for C, Congress targeted. And 33% voted for D, prefer not to comment. Now here's today's question. Why do you think CPN-UML lawmakers call the participation of Nepali Congress leaders in pre-budget discussions inactive? Your options are A, NC's muted dissatisfaction, B, no significance of the discussion, C, conflict lies elsewhere, or D, cannot say. The voting is on. Visit www.kantipurtv.com or www.ekantipur.com to share your opinion with us. Now it is time for international update. Now, Ukrainian and Russian have agreed to swap 1,000 prisoners of war each after the first face-to-face talks in 3 years. Ukraine's defense ministry said that the date for the transfer has been set, but it's not been made public. There were no handshakes before the meeting, and there's little expectation of a breakthrough, but this is a step forward, and it has at least symbolic value. Turkish officials, including Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, facilitated the peace talks. Russia and Ukraine may be in the same room, but their respective positions remain quite far apart. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump says he wants to meet Putin. Came to an end after a 2-1 semi-final defeat to defending champions Bangladesh at the Golden Jubilee Stadium in India. Despite creating several key chances, Nepal failed to convert and exited the tournament. In a rematch of the previous edition's final, where Bangladesh had also defeated Nepal, Nepal started strong but couldn't find the breakthrough. In the 17th minute, Subhash Bam's powerful shot was denied by Bangladeshi goalkeeper Ismail Hossain. Another chance came in the 23rd minute, but Sabin Kumar Lungeli Magar couldn't finish. In the 30th minute, Subhash struck from outside the box, only to see his shot hit the crossbar. Just before halftime, a header attempt by Dharmendra Kaur from a Subhash Bam pass also missed the target, ending the first half goalless. Bangladesh broke the deadlock in the 73rd minute. Captain Namjol Huda's corner was calmly finished by Ashikur Rahman. They doubled the lead in the 80th minute, capitalizing on a defensive miscommunication among Nepali players, with Najmol converting from a Mithu Chaudhary assist. Nepal responded in the 87th minute with a goal from Susan Dungol, set up by Sabin Kumar Lungeli Magar. However, Nepal couldn't find the equalizer, and the match ended 2-1 in favor of Bangladesh. Nepal had entered the semi-finals as runners-up from Group B, while Bangladesh topped Group A. With this win, Bangladesh advances to the final, where they will face the winner of the second semi-final. Now, before wrapping up, let's take a look into the top stories once again. Delegations and high-level representatives address climate risks and call for justice at Sagarmatha Samvad. Prime Minister Oli urges global attention on Nepal's mountains and environment. Storm claims 4 lives and injuries, 3 in Nawalparasi, Kabalvastu and Kailali. Heavy rain and strong winds disrupt flights and block roads across several parts of Nepal. Ukraine and Russia hold first face-to-face peace talks after 3 years in Istanbul. Agree to exchange 1,000 prisoners of war each. And Nepal falls 2-1 to Bangladesh in SAF Under-19 semi-final. Nepal exits the game after missed chances against the defending champions. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.